Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 8 of our Around the World, and we are using our second team from South America here, Chile. Now obviously the star man is going to be Sanchez. Not too many other famous players there. You got Vargas, who I think he plays in the Serie A, and Vidal, who plays in the Serie A as well with Juventus. He's at centre back. For some reason he starts there. Besides that, there's not too many star players in there. Not too many players you have heard of. Isla, I think, plays for Udinese, so another Serie A player, but there's not too much to shout about there. It's a pretty good team. We had a bit of trouble connecting there, so we had to fast forward that. But we come up here against Hamburg. Now, Hamburg, I don't think they've done too well this season in the Bundesliga, and their team isn't looking as strong as it used to be. Obviously, they lost Van Nistelrooy in the summer. So it should be quite an open game. I don't think Hamburg are an overly defensive side, but obviously we're going to be looking to get the ball to Sanchez all we can, and we got on a nice little run here early on with the skills. Sanchez gets a pretty good shot in there and it's well saved, but the keeper just kind of clawing it out. I'm pretty sure they've got reasonably slow defenders, Hamburg, so it's going to be a bit of a game of pace. All our strikers have quite a lot of it, and look at this from Sanchez though. A nice little run here, nutmegs the player with a little what's it called, back to front skill, goes through his legs there, and then it's a good save from Drobny, I think it is, the Czech goalkeeper for Hamburg. Guerrero here, the Peruvian striker, slides into the player, and he just can't quite finish that, straight at the keeper. But yet again we go on a run with Sanchez. This is kind of, you know, what I did with Chile. The rest of their players weren't exactly awe-inspiring, and this run actually ends in a penalty. I think it's Westerman. Oh yeah, Westerman just chops at Sanchez's feet as he tries to chop past him, and he just gets his leg, and it's going to be a penalty all day long. And we take it with Suazo, who I think plays in the Mexican league, and it's a pretty good finish in the end. This guy was, you know, he was doing the Fulham thing as he leads up to take the kick. Not very well. I think this guy actually was German, but he couldn't actually save it. He just stands still. So we go 1-0 up for a penalty. Not the most interesting things, but it's a lead we're going to take. And then Sanchez here gets another penalty literally 2 seconds afterwards. Is a terrible tackle from their centre-back, and Suazo's going to take it again, but this time we really screw it up. An absolutely terrible penalty from Suazo, straight at the goalkeeper. That was a bad one, not going to lie. And then look at this, Vidal. I tried to do a skill pass, I think, there, and screwed it up, but this guy can't quite finish it with Pedrick, and it was a good save from our keeper. And then it comes to Sanchez again, and once again we go on a skill run. I just couldn't stop myself with him. He's quite a small player, but he's quite strong as well, and obviously the 5-star skills and a pretty decent weak foot. A pretty poor finish from him there, but a nice bit of skill. The nice bit of skill here from Vargas, my other winger. Reasonably poor finish, to be honest. He really should be tucking that one in. With the 75 shoot I think he's got. But we get a nice Blanco hop here with Sanchez, and a nice flick over the head, and he just runs into trouble. Rajkovic getting a good tackle on there. So we're going 1-0 up, but then this guy straight away from the kick-off in the second half goes through on goal, and it's a poor finish from Pedrick yet again. That one probably should have been a finesse. But then we play a nice little ball in here to Sanchez again, quite a few nice skills and a bit of a long shot, and the keeper handles it pretty well, actually, just gets rid of it. And yet again here, nice sombrero flick over the defender. Then he cuts inside with a Berber spin, does the feint, cuts inside, and it's a beautiful finish there from Sanchez. That's pretty much sums up what I've been doing all game, just trying to go on runs with Sanchez, because he's just so good, especially against these kind of reasonably slow defenders that Hamburg have, and he just really did tear him apart. This guy wasn't the greatest defender in his defence, but you know, when someone isn't great at defending, you're always going to try and take advantage, because bad defenders always have trouble with skills, and just like this guy's having here. But he does eventually get him. He kind of doubled up on Sanchez towards the end of the game, but here's Sanchez yet again just cutting away. He did not like the flip-flap chop there. He can't quite stop the cut inside as well. And then Sanchez here really should score, but we go a bit too flamboyant and try to flick over the defender's head. But I just can't recommend Sanchez enough. He doesn't even get in the starting team for Barca on when you actually go to use them on head-to-head. He's on the bench for some reason, and they play Busquets as quite an attacking player. But look at this, he's even got a pretty nice free kick. We just aim it for that corner. It's a really good save from the keeper, actually. But he's got a good free kick. He's strong, he's small, he's fast. He's got good finesse. He was the main reason that I enjoyed using Chile. He was probably the funnest player I've used so far, and that includes, you know, I've been Brazil, I've been Argentina. He's just so unbelievably good. This guy gets a chance here, but he goes to chip it, which is obviously the wrong choice. He wasn't the greatest finisher, this guy. I have no idea how he got to Division 6. But we go down this right hand side here, and we do get a header with Suazo, who was a pretty good striker. I give him a chance here, look at this, Janssen, but again he misses. I mean, why doesn't finesse there? I have no idea. He does get another chance with Petric. He was good at making chances, this guy, but his finishing was terrible. That's a brilliant save though from my goalkeeper. And again he gets another chance. He really could have won this game if he had taken his chances, but he just drags it wide with Petric. And that pretty much concludes it. We do win 2-0 in a game which can only be described as the Sanchez show. Not too much else from other players, but you know, it was kind of obvious that Sanchez was a star man, and it's Sanchez that helps me give them a 4 out of 5 up front. Their other two players were pretty good. I think the Vargas had 4-star skills, but Sanchez is the main man up front. In midfield, nothing really to talk about. Very average, and in defence, 2 out of 5. They were all pretty slow. As you saw, that guy had so many chances. Vidal was good, but he's more suited as a midfielder. So the star man was Sanchez, as you've probably guessed watching that. Absolutely brilliant. You know, he's only 5k in Ultimate Team. Can't stop recommending him. An absolute beast. And overall then they get a 3.5 out of 5. I'm pretty sure that averages out. So Chile are a pretty good team to use, guys. They're not necessarily a sweaty one that will always get you a win. But if you like messing around with skills and want to use Sanchez but not come up against 5-star defences, then Chile is a pretty good shout. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 9. Goodbye.